Hello, shiny tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force 2, the Tactics plus Romhack, with me, Blueankylo. So, last episode was a little bit all over the place, but we did a cool tier list, right? Today we're not going to spend nearly as much time in the inventory. We're going to try to get to the action a bit quicker. I did notice Blues died 5 times. I think one of them happened during my grind period, if you're trying to keep score of all my mega mistakes. But yeah, every time you die, you lose half your money, so significant amounts of gold were lost. So quick updates. Not a lot happened, but I did buy the weapons and armor at the end of last episode. So we've got the heal plus rods on a couple people. Sold the old ones. I did, when we upgraded to boost rods, I got rid of the sleep rod back then too. So we've been kind of updating them as we go, if I didn't mention that. Let's see. I know I changed something. Titan ring to Geralt. Because his attack is pretty good, but his defense often suffers, so I think that made sense. Titan ring is like plus 20 defense, pretty significant. What else did we do? Did I change anything else? Oh yeah, we bought the spear. You know, that's no big deal. Nice new weapons. We got that fairy ring. Equipping it seems bad, so maybe don't worry about that. And yeah, the other Titan ring went to Slate. So the two people that already had pretty good attack power and kind of need to take a hit, I kind of figured they were the most important to get the defense up. In addition, you know, we do have some bread. So go back to here and then save. And I'm just going to, I mean, I have decided that I was going to give all the stat boosters to Blue, just so that it's always him that's getting the stat buffs. But if you are playing optimally, like, there's some reason to put it to people who are maybe low HP and boosting them up enough that maybe they don't get one shot by magic spells and stuff might be good. But you know, this just helps me make my comparisons between the different characters a little bit easier. Everyone else except Blue didn't get any come on, give me that HP. It can go up to 4. But everybody else is on an even playing field. Just Blue got the advantage. And Blue's the hero. There's not really any, like, even tiering him or deciding whether or not he's a strong character. Like, you can't not have him in the party. So he's always there. It doesn't really matter if you think he's good or not. So might as well make him as good as you can. Also, you never have to worry about benching him. Or permadeath. Alright, so heading north. Oh, is this another split fight? Oh boy. Okay, so these are the ones that tend to be real brutal in this hack. This might be our second or third time we've been ambushed. Maybe it's only the second time. The first one was like right back at the beginning of South Paramecium. So I don't know how the game decides, or the hacker decides to program it so you're separated. But we're 3 groups of 4. This group doesn't look very long for this world. 2 archers, a mage. Well, 2 archers and 2 mages. Yeah, they're toast. This one is all flyers, and then this is a kind of more balanced group with the super healer and a couple reasonably defensive units. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure I like these specific maps very much with the split, but I guess it's different. So as far as I know, the play for these ones tends to just be kill things as fast as you possibly can. Sarah actually has, like, really good defense, so we're just going to put her in the forest, and we're going to nuke this man-bat with the spell Deo level 2. First time using it. Yeah. 101 damage. Beautiful. Just barely more than what we needed. She's not really going to get XP. She's too leveled up from healing, but... Alright, that's one less significant threat. There's still a lot of baddies here, and a lot of them hit pretty hard. I think this group will be fine. Especially, well, we can kind of combine and try to kill these, you know, axes and archers with Blue's team as well as his team. But then we just, like, sacrifice these 4 to death, basically. But what else are we going to do? So, now we could try the big boy muddle here. If it works, it'll be genius. 1 is good. 1 for 2, 1 for 3, 1 for 4. All right, or sorry, 2 for 4. I'll say that's decent. Because confused generally means they hurt each other. Yeah, but I can't rush down there. No, we're gonna try to take care of this group first. You know what? It's kind of a waste too, but we're just gonna go all out on turn 1 here. So bolt level 3 doing 36 damage. If you hit a big group with it, that'd be good, but... Alright, Elric hit. Probably, what was that, put to sleep? No, just poisoned. Only poisoned. Could have been worse. This one is confused. Okay, the two that are closest are confused. Classic. Well. Must nuke everything. Blast 4. 68 damage on that last one. Ooh, pretty good. Yeah, this fight up there is fine, but... Alright, so these guys are in big trouble. Now, if the enemies all stay nicely grouped up, we'll be fine. Blaze 3 plus Freeze 3 might mean we win instantly, but they need to stay where they are, so I'm going to try to keep... Ugh, Maze defense is not good. Maybe we can mess with the AI a little bit by being close to 2 archers. Well, we got a turn. Let's start here. This is what we came to see. We managed to outspeed somebody, so... I don't think there's any chance that this group of mages wins, but this is what you gotta do if you're gonna win it. You gotta burn through these MP quick. I think when I first played through this game for my test run, I had I still was using Chester and maybe Luke. I think I hadn't benched them yet, and they both died on turn 1 on this fight. Like before I'd even had a chance to move anyone, they were both dead. So this is already going better than my first campaign. Let's speed this up a little bit. Oh, freaking bat! Okay, we got to kill that bat. That is a very dangerous attack. It's reminding me of Shining Force 1 with the laser eyes and stuff. But, sheesh. All right. Well, Red. You suck, Red. Why do I should have switched over to his attack accessory. Well, Kazin actually manages to go before... I don't know if he's going to do enough damage to kill anything, though. Okay, he got his sniper. I think the sniper already had its turn, but... Okay, so the warriors resist ice. Snipers definitely don't. Alright, so we half killed the 2 warriors and killed 2 snipers. Still pretty good. He chose to use the worst... Like, that could not have gone any better for Kazan, getting hit by magic instead of 80... Well, I guess he's got 65 defense, you know, with that elven cape. So 10 damage, 15 damage would have been pretty similar. Oh, let's go. Maybe everyone lives today, guys. We would have needed like a confuse or something on that. Alright, Geralt. Get rid of that axe guy. Alright. I did manage to space everybody pretty reasonably. I think Elric's gonna die pretty quick if we don't at least kill one of these snipers. Yeah, very nice damage. The poison. Okay, Luke does have lots of cool spells. Just can't cast them much. If we stand next to the other person, we'll probably get AoE'd down by the wizards. I'm glad we kept Luke around. It's so dumb. Just being able to one-shot kill stuff. That's great. What do we want to do here? Confuse, not confuse. We gotta make sure we kill that bat. Maybe what I'll do is boost Geralt just to make sure he gets a turn to go smack the bat. So he goes a little quicker. Well, Slade got in there in time anyway. Slade does a pretty good amount of damage. Still a chance. Blue could have died there. Like, the bat could have done breath number 2, and that would have been GG. It's still... Yeah, we're going to have to move into cover and have a heal. All right, still kicking. Celeste gets one down. Try to keep our diamond sort of pattern so that if they just AoE us, they only hit one. Get another kill. I think we might pull through this with... Now, that spell doesn't do a lot of damage to the warriors. They have 80 attack, but they do sometimes use freeze too, which kind of sucks. We could demon it up. This will do pretty good damage. Didn't quite get the kill, but they don't resist it at least. Hey, enemy fighting enemy. Beautiful. Alright, let's finish that bat off, please. Good. Ooh, I think that was a +4 attack. I love it when you see those big +4s. They're so rare and so good. Alright, 62 and 19. One's pretty easy to kill. We're just gonna, you know, I'm surprised that we haven't lost anyone down here yet, so let's see if we can pull off a clean victory. Sniper dead. Still wasting its time with ice magic. Ah, that's it. Ooh, she's not dead. I thought for sure that would kill her. Didn't get a chance to show you that fairy ring, but one of these days, I promise. I promise to show off what it does. Do those guys have really... Yeah, these are the glass cannons, right? Terrible defense. So attacking them physically, like, they're probably not meant to be killed with magic. They're meant to be killed with physical damage. So you should try to remember that they have basically no defense at all. But that's it. That's a victory, guys. And not just a victory. I don't think we had anyone go unconscious. And that was a... Okay, you know what? I think our team is better than it was. Oh, there's one guy up there, whatever. But compared to my first run team, we're looking real strong, I think. So either I'm playing a little bit better, maybe, or more likely we're just we got a better composition. Also, heal rod. It does heal more than a normal rod. The heal plus rod. We get heal +1s. And poisons. I think I have a turn left. I'll show you the fairy ring. That was pretty worthless. Alright, I gotta remember... Oof, wow. I didn't check this guy's stats, but yeah, enemy knights always have spears because there's no lances. So they have like the ranged version. So it's actually something they generally don't have, I don't think, in vanilla. But like all of these types of enemies have range 2 now. And I didn't check that 123 attack is still way too much. How's that? Okay, you guys want to see what this fairy ring does? Looks like you can target allies. Or yourself. 40 MP. Yep, we have infinite MP. It doesn't seem to break ever. So a warlock or a magus, because Celeste could also use it, I'm pretty confident. That's why we want a warlock. The fairy ring is, well, brokenly overpowered. So now we can cast spells, and as long as you take a small break every now and then, you get 40 MP back. So yeah, it's far from fair and balanced for sure. Wow, that was boosted Geralt. That still almost got killed. Yeah, wow. Let's, I guess, or we don't have MP. What's the strongest spell? I don't know, of these. I guess we should use all our MP here. 30 damage. It's okay. Item use. I want to know what the maximum heal rod plus is. 30. Okay. So 15 I think is level 1 regular heal rod, and then 30 is level 2. So it's a nice little upgrade. I can't believe how bad Red is. He can't. He's maybe I should switch him for the other guy. I forget his name already. There we go. We just murdered him with Diesel. Higgins. Maybe we should switch Higgins out for red. I don't know. I would like to get some value out of this dragon, but his damage is not enough. Oh yeah, we got poisoned and stuff. So there's this town here. Can't get in there. There is a hidden mithril that I want to get while I'm thinking about it. Bam. And I can put it away. Alright, let's go clear the poisons. I still wish this happened just automatically at the end of battle because, you know, 10 gold, right? Okay, that's all we needed. What I will do is buy a couple... I do like to have now, as we're getting into this part of the game, 1 heal per person. And these healing drops heal a lot, like maybe 60. So if you're in the active party, this is a nice way to... technically, you could just have red flying around, throwing heals at people. But they're kind of expensive, so... probably shouldn't spam them too much. Alright, everyone's got at least 1 healing drop, so that's what I was looking for. Okay, let's do another fight. That fight was very quick, pretty easy. Surprisingly, I thought it would be... I was expecting a death, but... thought I saw something in the lake. Anyway, next battle is bridge battle. We're gonna go rescue some innocent girl that's on a bridge covered with worms. Innocence. Alright, Sarah the cleric, kicking butt, getting names. We'll have you just move up, and we'll just boost somebody. I guess me. Give me some boosting. Alright, so there's lizards with a lot of attack and a big bolt. Snipers are getting old. Demons are getting a little old. There's a couple more of these jerk bats. And we got the new worms. First time fighting some worms. No spells, apparently. The Master Monk might be the first time we fought this guy. I can't remember. I think he's a new one. So, good XP on stuff like that. Alright, well, we successfully lured the Lizard Man. Just took a bunch of damage right off the bat. I'm just gonna put red. I want the archer to move closer, so I want him, yeah. Want him to get his turn first. Okay, now we focus down the Lizard Man before he does Bolt 2, if possible. Well, that sucked. I hate it when someone dies right at the beginning of the fight. Because now I'm like, should I just reset out or whatever? Because, like, that just makes everything else harder. I really don't like enemies with level 3 spells when most of your team can barely survive a single hit from it. Like, our HP growth is so low that a lot of those spells will just either one-shot you or one-shot with a little bit of help you know? I'm just gonna do a cool raise spell. I think I am gonna exit out of here just to bring Slade back. We're just gonna start this one over, basically. Having someone die on the first round basically just seems like a waste of time. Can't believe I spent a boost on him and he still just... I probably should have healed blue in case I die instantly. Nah, it's fine. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, this song is just a bit too grating. Okay. We'll just take a mulligan on that one, no big deal. Maybe Slade's not the one to move up front, hey? Come on, Blue. I mean, he was doing okay until he got doubled by the Lizard Man and then nuked by the Gargoyle. But we'll do it differently this time. Let's boost the guy that gets us a game over if he dies. Alright, so Slade will be similar, but a little bit further back. Seeing as we can regenerate MP, might as well. Does she have... You know, between the Elven Cape, she must have like a pretty decent defense growth. Because the Elven Cape is only plus 12. It's crazy how much more defensive my wizards are than, like, you know, Celeste is like a combo knight / mage, and she's got less defense than the mage. And similarly, like, well, that's why all the people got benched, like Jaha and Chester, because they had less defense than my wizards. Interesting. It's a wizard. So same thing, she can restore Kazin's MP, so it becomes a little bit freer to use the big spells, because you can just fairy ring the MP back if you've got a moment to take a break. I do like the Pegasus Knight as a base. The flying, the range to attack plus flying, like it is definitely a good base combo. And her attack isn't too bad these days, you know, hitting into the 90s now, that's pretty good. Luke, let's see. Similarly, I can use his MP freely because we'll just get that back too. Well, I say get it back. It does cost us a turn, but... I'm going to really try not to have a dead slate. I'm going to waste a whole bunch of MP. Oops. That was supposed to be a boost, but... We'll crisscross formation. Seeing as Blaze 3 is kind of annoying, you know, might as well make sure only one person gets hit. And not someone who just dies instantly. And if he refuses to move, then we just shoot him down. There's probably would have been a way to just kill him if I'd been smart there. Alright, he did focus on the hero, 37 damage, not too bad. Let's not waste MP on that. That's just silly. These guys can die. Okay, I want to be in... So ideally, we fight the worms and stuff on the grass here, but I don't know if they'll move up that far. Okay, gotta remember Celeste is not a knight. We're just running around recovering MP on people. It's only a range 2. Good to check. And you do get, like, experience for it as well. Like, it's busted. It's so unfair. Alright, it did come at us. So we get the, you know, we get a small defense bonus. And then that way the enemy's gotta come to us. So we got a better defensive line. Kazin, what you gonna do? I don't know. Worms weak to ice? Yeah, I'd say at least not strong to ice. Certainly weak to getting shot. But, you know, most things are weak to being shot. These heal rods are so good. So much value. Alright, I don't think we're going to lure anyone else up this far. We've recovered most of the MP we've spent. So let's have her recover her own. It's very nice when you're just walking between areas to just top everybody up. Oof. Didn't calculate that, but I guess that's okay. I'm gonna try to block that worm in so it can't also attack her. Yeah, this is fine. I have to try to keep red away from the gargoyle a little bit. He's so bad. I gotta try switching out his weapon or his accessory to help out a little, because he is struggling. Alright, that bat took a lot of damage. That was pretty cool. And blue took a lot of damage. That's not super cool. I'm getting a little concerned. Maybe it's worth having Tamar try to distract the man bat. Oh, great job distracting the man bat. Literally didn't even hit it. Alright, Gerhalt. We could continue trying to distract, or we could just commit to, instead of distracting, trying to survive. And I would like to heal Tamar as well, because I don't want anyone to die. Everyone must live. Okay. I think that was a decent choice. Someone has been poisoned for sure. Was it Blue's poisoned? So we could get rid of that. I don't know. It might be better to give him defense up. Because if the worms both attack him and like the bird or the bat, he'll need the defense. Unless we can kill one. Oh, one's asleep, actually. We're not in as much danger. Okay. Looking fine. Gonna have Red finish off the only one he could possibly kill, the one that's almost dead and sleeping. I keep thinking Kazan has D-Soul, but no. I haven't used attack up much either. We could show that off. We don't have any great squares for it right now. But what I will do is, we've got a 5. So we'll give everybody here some nice attack. It's also a nice way to get some fresh XP. Alright, Celeste. Well, she does have a lance. Nope. She used to have a lance. Shoot, I sold her power spear. I meant to buy her a new spear, but I bet you I ran out of money. Because she can have a range 2 melee attack or whatever, throwing attack. But I guess I've messed that up. Whatever, we'll just do a little bit of blaze. It's fine. How are we looking for everything? Boost. Right, we did the boost. Okay, Luke is low. You know, I don't think that'll do enough damage. I think if we could raise, we could kill, but yeah. Oh, we can't get close enough to Luke anyway. Well, Kazan almost ran out of MPs. Try to move Tamara a bit closer to the group for easier heals. Wow, 1 out of 3 attacks. Sometimes the miss rate is just absolutely out of control. Has this guy used his blaze yet? No. I know he just got a turn and wasted it, but I really want the demon to be gone before it blaze 3s us. Alright, Elric. Yeah, these guys have been attack boosted. They'll just shoot through these guys, right? Luke, over 100 attack power. This time, for sure. Alright. Still poisons. But there's not very many enemies left, so looking okay. I could heal, but I know. Can we? I don't think I can hit both Tamar and Blue at the same time. I can get 2 though. You know what? It would be cool if Detox level 4 hit everyone in the group, kind of like Aura level 4 did. You could make it cost more MP if you needed to, but I think that'd be a nice a nice way to make the highest level of detox notable. Just let it hit everybody, get rid of all the status elements. And it could, maybe it needs to cost more than 4. Maybe it should cost 10 or something MP, but... I wonder if you can do that, is use the aura targeting effect on a different type of spell besides just healing. Blue, they're really doing a good job focusing on blue here. He's okay though. Good thing I boosted him. Everyone's MP is good at the moment. Let's... Right, she's got aura. That I keep forgetting. She can... She is the everyone maid. She can heal. She can deal damage. She can use her items to recover MP. It's just very, very strong. I'm going to send some help over here and try to kill this stupid man-bat. We cannot kill. Alright, let's the archers deal with... yeah, one shot. Was she... Yeah, that's attack up, but she... slight difference in power here, I guess. I gotta remember to use that attack up spell. It's so strong. Alright. Now, we could wait a couple turns to recover everybody, but I'll send the people who are healthy enough south a little bit. Luke definitely needs some healing. 19 XP and 700 gold. It's fine. Poisoned is just Timar now. So we're going to specifically get rid of that. Okay. Slade can certainly take a hit. Blue, just keep back a little. We'll give Luke his MP back because he does have some good auras in emergency. I would say actually Luke gets a lot better once you have access to the fairy ring, because anyone that's got really low MP but good spells, but now you've got someone else who can recover them, that's a pretty good power up. Alright, we did get bolted. It's pretty standard. Elric there doing tons of damage. Should we move? I think it's better just to kill this lizard than to keep May safe. Playing a bit quick and loose. Okay, we need some heals here. And we do have pretty good healing item. 30 is okay. It's not like full heals, but you don't have to pay anything. How's your defense these days? 60, 69. Nice. It's okay, not great. I think we're going to do a slightly more potent heal. Like that. Just tops everybody up. And Sarah certainly has the MP for it. Ooh, we saw a spell up. That's Aura level 4. Bam. Level 22. Now she can just fix everything. Aura 4 has always been a busted spell. Usually you don't learn it too low level. You only get it kind of late game unless you're doing healer boost XP, but it's just really easy to level up to 22. And in fact, in this ROM hack, I don't think level 22 is actually a very high level. I think you get to promoted 30 or 40 by the end. Maybe even more than 40. Because enemies have a lot more levels than normal. So all the scaling goes up a bit. I don't want Slade to go first. Well... So the problem is, you know, I could try to dispel this guy, but then he just kills us in one hit. Yeah, it's only a small AoE. Here, I'll stay kind of far back, do the fairly safe agility or slow that almost always works. Kind of want to keep Red away from the Fire Breath Bat too. Just can't take him anywhere. Alright, so what I wanted to do here was give Blue a bit better defense against that monk if he decides to get punched. Tamara can get a kill here. That'll deal with the worm. It might be a respawning worm. I did see it sort of teleport in there. Alright, Celeste, not great defense. Geralt. Just YOLO it. I know the bat just had a turn and it didn't attack us. So YOLO it is. Remember when I gave archers all the A ranks and S ranks? Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, too bad Luke can't quite make it to the wizard. Oh, it failed us finally. We had been on such a good roll with those not missing, but time to pay the piper. Oh, the damage. There's not much I can do about that this turn. Well, should I say that? I got this new spell. It doesn't really care about range, you know? And I got this person that can recover MP forever. So technically, at this point in the game, we do have the option, if I want to sacrifice 2 characters, to have one stay back and use the fairy ring every turn to recover 40 MP, and someone else to stay back and cast Aura 4 every turn to heal everyone to full. So you could have a full heal every single round forever. But that doesn't really feel fair, you know? To say the least. It kind of feels abusive, you know? Maybe it'd be fun. Maybe we should try it out one day, but... Nice, 90 damage. Yeah, you know. Sometimes I think you can take your exploits and abuse a little bit too far, and that might be crossing the line. It's only got 16. We'll just Apollo him. Get out of here, you dumb wizard. Alright, and then red kills that. Looking like we got this one in the bag. Now, we could try, if the worms respawn, if we leave one enemy alive, like if we don't kill this guy, that worm will respawn, I think, at the top of every round. And if we can kill it before it gets a turn, 48 agility is pretty quick. But if you could kill it before it would get a turn, you could farm XP, I mean, infinitely, but with the diminishing returns as you get levels up, basically. The only thing that doesn't have diminishing returns is healing, which maybe isn't fully balanced. But yeah, 39 XP at level 13. So we could easily get to level 14 here if that's what you want to do, but I'm not going to do that. All right, so that fight again went pretty well all in all. I don't think we had too much challenges. Nobody died. We find out that the girl we were trying to rescue is actually Camila, but Astral knew all along, and then she just, well, I guess she's tired of life, because I don't know how you'd survive jumping off that cliff, but I guess she's a devil, a lesser devil of some sort, so. But yeah, I always thought she just yeeted herself off the cliff, be like, well, that's the end, that's the last we'll ever see of her, but. Alright, welcome to Matula's place. You know, cool, there's some story. We'll just check the shop, that's what we're really here for. I really need to remember to double check what these angel shots do. I keep forgetting them, my bad. We also get an upgraded gun, an upgraded sword, upgraded fist, a different kind of accessory, and fairy rings for sale in case you didn't find the one in the deals already. So we do not have enough money. Like, fairy ring, I should definitely buy one for Celeste, because then we have 2 people that can restore MP. That's awesome. Vital Cape is like good defense +1 movement, so that's real good. Vigor Armlet might be the same, but offense? I'm going to buy one just to check here. Like, I think it might be +1 movement and... No, it's not. It's just 12... I guess it's just upgrade to this. No, it's it's agility. 12 defense, 8 agility. I regret my purchase. Can I have a refund? Okay, well, now you know. Maybe don't worry about that specific one. So, what was I just saying? Vigor Armlet, maybe give that one a pass, unless you care about agility. You can get better defensive items. Vital Cape, though, I'm pretty confident is the +1 move, +10 defense. It's not as good defense as some other items, but movement is always good. Yeah, we got even better ranged attacks. Another 6 damage. This, I think, is always the point in the game where I start to run out of money. Like, I think this is pretty standard for me, honestly, unless you really grind. That assault shell. We might have to sell one of our valuables here. We'll see. Luke definitely needs the attack if I can give it to him. Slade could use the better sword. Everyone. Alright, getting rid of the Buster Sword. So, I'm missing a sword for Slade. Kind of ran out of money. Actually, I could sell his sword and buy it. I think we've already bought the spears, right? Well, at least I gave one to Tamari. That's what matters. Oh, I didn't give one to Celeste. That's her ranged 2 option if she's out of MP. But honestly, now that we've got access to the fairy ring, I don't know when I would want to use anything like that. Oops, don't quit the game, Blue. That would be a mistake. So I think it's more important to get her that fairy ring than it is to give her a spear now. I was thinking, trying to figure out what she's only got 4 inventory spots, so you gotta kind of plan it out a little. Fisting. We don't use the people who do fisting, but I'm not impressed with the damage anyway. Like, 89 is good, but I've got people in the hundreds already. We've got the Warlock ring. We definitely, well, okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to find some money. So, I'm gonna get the last weapon upgrade that we need. At this point, we have all the weapons. All we're missing is a fairy ring or, like, accessories, basically. Have I finished selling all my spare goodies yet? I think I've sold most everything. Yeah. I've already sold my spare weapons, unfortunately. So, let's see what we've got in the depot here. We could sell silver ore. We could sell gold nugget. I got quite a lot of stuff. Oh, I forgot. I didn't use. I had some MP honey just sitting here. Hey, honey. Got 1 apple. A couple pimentos. I should really use the pimentos. I know. I'm just gonna sell 1 gold nugget so I can buy that fairy ring because it just seems too good to pass up. There's not much I would want to buy. Maybe it'd be worth trying to get more elven capes, or not the elven capes. Sorry, the kind of has a dumb name, doesn't it? Vital cape, yeah. Who can think? Who would know what that is? Anyway, we'll give a second fairy ring to Celeste. You don't need to equip it, but you just need to have it. So that's 2 people that can restore MP. That's great. And then the Vital Cape is less... It's more defensive than the armlet, but I like the attack boost. At least I kind of like the middle ground. Like, some defense, some attack is nice. But Sarah's already got one. Kazan definitely should get one, right? He'll lose a little bit of defense, but the movement, I think, is worth it. So we're gonna sell Kazan's old cape, drop his defense a little bit. Didn't know you could check the signs from the back. Did you know that? You could read signs from behind. Come on, programmers, get your crap together. Yeah, so the movement is what we really care about. Keeping the defense up is good, but it did, dropped it a little bit. I think that's the kind of trade I think I'm okay with. A couple points of defense for 1 point of movement. Let's see. We've already got one on red. Geralt needs a lot of defense. Now, we could easily get him to 8 movement and still have, like, 68 defense, but I think the 10 defense of the Titan Ring, like, the Titan Ring is 20, so, it's an extra 10 over the one we were looking at. I don't know. The 8 movement is great, but same thing with Luke for flyers and stuff. But I think when you're if I'm relying on these people to take hits, I really need as much defense as I can squeeze out of them. I could give it to Celeste, the +1 movement. She's a 6 range, sort of speedy wizard in a sense, like more than the basic of 5, at least. And if I got her up to 7, she really would zoom. But she does kind of need the defense. Without the cape, she's down to like... Well, this would drop her by like 2 or 4, I think. She's already pretty frail. We've got power, combo. Sumina's defense is pretty good, though. I think we could do it for Sumina. She's at 76, just to remember. Yeah, it's a 4-point spread by switching from full defense to the movement plus defense. But I think that's worth it on people that already are... Like, once you're over 70 defense, I'm like, yeah, you're okay. You don't need every single point. And it's unlikely she's going to be the person I put up front anyway most of the time. But, like, I don't know if I would want to drop Slade down to 73, basically, with her, just to have 8 movement. I don't know. Movement is really good. Like, it's a bit of a hard to tell if it's worth it or not. Is there anyone else that I would consider? I like the attack on blue, and his defense is enough for now. Red's already got one. Geralt. And you could certainly buy the movement increasing accessories just so you move and then switch out to the other ring before you attack. Like, you can game it and give everyone a movement up and a defense up, and they pretty much always have advantage of the both of them. But yeah, I mean, I've talked about that before. Luke might be worth switching out, but actually, I want to give him another Titan's ring. I want to give him the max defense if I can get another one of those. Let's just call that good for now. Let's not waste any more time. It's a difficult decision, and as we get to the end game accessories, it's going to be even harder. So we'll talk about that more as we get close to the end game. We start getting better and better treasures. There's this cool shrine over here. Just not really a shrine, just more like a statue. Hey, what's going on? There's no one in the shrine or something. There's a story, you know. I've definitely been skipping the story a lot lately. But we want to save here so that if we die or regress, we don't have to go all the way back. And there's a little bit of treasure to get before we end the episode, I suppose. Treasure beget. Defense milk. Okay. Maybe I should give the movement up ring to blue and just rely on defense upper items for him. The question mark cave. Right? Definitely a question mark. I think I remember I'm seeing that picture in a strategy guide being like, ooh, clever. Alright, let's get these items consumed, and because there's a battle coming up, we'll probably end the episode there. So, we've got... defense milk. Well, like I said, you know, I've already explained myself. That's a 2, that's a 3... That's a 2. I don't actually know if it's like 33% of each value, but there you go. Like, it could be, you know, 50% to get 3 and then... Or it could be 50% to get 2 and then 10% to get... Or whatever, like decreasing odds to the good side, right? Alright. Now we've got more bread and honey. We got a lovely sandwich. No. Thanks, Chester, but you don't get it. Sorry, just trying to go fast. I could do this off camera, but then you wouldn't see how many resets it takes to get it. Obviously, I will inevitably get what I want, but sometimes fighting with the RNG is a little tricky. Feels like the bread doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. Okay, we got honey. Again, like, blue's not necessarily the best use of the MP uppers. Like, Maybe putting on one of my secondary casters like Luke would be a good idea. But yeah, but then it wouldn't be fair. And I think actually now that I'm here, depot derive. There's one more of those just sitting around, not counting my spicy peppers, which I really should use. The problem is I don't know who I want to have in my final party, and I really feel bad using the really good stat uppers on people that I might want to bench, because it feels like I could give them to somebody, and then it's like I have to use them, even if they turn out bad, you know, because I gave them the permanent +2 movement. So then whoever you give them to, you have to keep around, or you're just throwing away even more resources. I have decided that for now, I don't have enough money. No, because this is his attack. Like, if it was just the defense down, I wouldn't care. But I do kind of want that attack up. I was going to say, I finally decided to give the movement up to blue, but I changed my mind already that fast. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Let's just end the episode here. We got like a boss fight coming up, sort of a couple fights from now. And, you know, again, these fights tend to get pretty tough, so we'll see how we do. Yeah, that's all for today's episode. We got fairy rings. We got a couple more movement plus items for our wizards. We got some cool rods. We got new weapons, which a couple people take advantage of. Yeah, not bad, not bad. All right, future tubers, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Still enjoying the show. Enjoying my rambles. And I will see you next time for some more Shining Force. Hope you've enjoyed and have a great day.